When this couple adopted a girl from Ukraine, they were confident everything would go smoothly. However, once they brought her home, she wouldn't stop crying. Then, one day they received a letter that unveiled the little girl's secret. How could she hide such a thing from them? Nanette and Vern, a couple from Utah, had always dreamed of having a large family. On their very first date, they asked each other how many children they wanted. "As many as I can have. I absolutely love kids," Nanette had said, flashing Vern a radiant smile. The moment Vern heard those words, he felt a deep sense of peace. Most of the women he had met only wanted 2 or 3 children, so he knew right then that he and Nanette were meant to be together. Beyond their shared dream of a big family, they were deeply in love. Shortly after getting married, they started a family, and years later, they already had 6 beautiful kids, but this couple still wanted more. However, after trying so hard, they still weren't able to conceive. Our inability to have a 7th child affected Nanette greatly. She would stay up all night and cry, but Nanette and I knew we weren't stopping at 6 kids. We didn't know how the 7th child was going to come, but we knew we would find a way, Vern said. Then one night, everything started to fall into place. That night, Nanette cried herself to sleep. However, while sleeping, she dreamt about a little girl about 3 years old sitting on her lap. When I woke up, I felt like the little girl had slept right beside me. I knew it was more than a dream. It was real. I felt her. In the dream, her name was Emily, and she was given to me, Nanette said. Nanette maintained a positive outlook afterward. She knew somewhere Emily was waiting for her, and she vowed to save her. Miraculously, it was during this period that Nanette felt pregnant with her 7th child, and the couple was over the moon. However, when she gave birth, it turned out to be a boy. Although happy, Nanette still couldn't get Emily out of her mind. She was so sure about the dream and knew she had to continue her search for the girl. Right then, the search for Emily began. The couple reached out to several adoption agencies, and one of them was the National Adoption Center in Ukraine. They received several photographs from the organization, but none of them fit into what Nanette was looking for. Although it may sound absurd, she was looking for a girl who would bear a striking resemblance to the girl from her dream. Was that even possible? Would she later realize it was nothing but a mere dream she simply needed to wake from? Soon enough, Nanette and Vern decided it was best to fly to Ukraine to see things for themselves. Upon arriving, Nanette and Vern were given several books to review, but none of the pictures captured their interest. Just as they were losing hope, Nanette spotted a black and white photo of an unhappy toddler girl. Despite her expression, they instantly fell in love and felt they had found the girl from Nanette's dreams. They quickly met with the staff and were taken to the girl's classroom, where she greeted them with a smile. Though she preferred to be alone, Nanette and Vern believed she would become more playful with their other children. They felt certain there was no turning back now. Unfortunately, that wouldn't be the case. So, how did the girl react to the news of her adoption? Immediately when they told her, "These are your parents," she ran straight to Vern, threw her arms around him, and called him Papa. And that was it. The couple knew they had made the right decision. So they proceeded with the adoption process, named the girl Emily, and prepared to return home. However, soon they would find themselves on Ukrainian soil once again, but for a very shocking reason. On their way back, the couple noticed something was very off about Emily. She was quiet in a way that frightened Nanette. As they drove away from the center, Emily gazed out the window, tears staining her cheek. Nanette felt a wave of panic when she noticed. Throughout the ride, Emily was mostly silent, occasionally smiling at the couple's jokes, but quickly returning to her sadness. She held onto a secret from Ukraine that was clearly waiting on her. Once home, Nanette and Vern introduced Emily to their other kids, who welcomed her warmly. They promised to treat her just like their biological children. However, it soon became clear that Emily might not want that. Despite their hopes she would open up, Nanette often found her crying, only for Emily to wipe her tears when she approached. "You can always talk to me, baby. I'll do anything to make you happy," Nanette reassured her, but Emily would only nod and offer a sad smile. Despite how much Nanette and Vern tried, Emily remained the same, so they thought she had just gone through a lot at the orphanage, and with time, she would heal once they showered her with a lot of love and care. Sadly, they were wrong. However, an unexpected letter would soon reveal everything this couple needed to know about Emily's big secret. 6 months passed by, and during this time, Nanette and Vern had caught Emily crying a few more times. They even called the other kids to ask if Emily had told them anything, but that wasn't the case. The girl had kept whatever was bothering her to herself. Then one day, everything came to light when the family received a letter from a girl named Elizabeth. The couple wasn't expecting any letter, and besides, the name Elizabeth didn't ring a bell. Regardless, they went ahead and opened it, and by the time they were done, this couple was shivering tremendously. The letter read, "I am so grateful you took my sister. She has always wanted to be with a family. I have never met you before, but each day my heart prays for you. I want you to know that I love you. Love, Elizabeth." Immediately after Nanette was done, she and her husband were speechless and filled with varying emotions. Nanette rushed to Emily's bedroom and hugged her tightly, weeping uncontrollably. "Why didn't you say it? Why didn't you tell us, baby?" Emily wept. It hurt her immensely to think about the pain Emily had to endure from missing her sister. Emily had an older sister, Elizabeth, who had cared for her like a mother and father. This deep bond made it impossible for Emily to stop crying after the adoption. She loved her new family, but missed her sister dearly, fearing they'd never be together again. Filled with guilt over separating the sisters, Nanette and Vern decided to return to Ukraine to bring Elizabeth home. When they arrived, they met Elizabeth, who was just as beautiful as Emily. "We're here to take you too," they said, and Elizabeth burst into happy tears. At the terminal, the sisters reunited, and Emily ran to her. They embraced tightly, tears of joy streaming down their faces. "I thought about you every day. I have 6 other siblings. They'll love you too, just wait and see," Emily told Elizabeth. The couple finalized the adoption and returned to Utah with both girls. Elizabeth never could have imagined how much that letter would transform her life. Now she has her sister by her side and a loving family. Following this, the couple took their love for children to the next level by founding the Save a Child Foundation, a charity focused on transforming the lives of orphans. Since then, Nanette and Vern have adopted their 10th child from the same orphanage in Ukraine, and together they live as one big happy family. I'm really keen to know your thoughts on this story, so please don't hesitate to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Feel free to share this video. Take good care of yourselves, and I'm excited to connect with you in our future videos.